We're going to talk about how some of our technology we're bringing into our homes to keep us safe is actually ending up in killing people. Yeah. Death by police officer. Here we go. If you want to see my show notes, all you have to do is subscribe, craigpeterson.com. And once you're there, you'll see all of the information that I have available, my podcasts and little articles that we've written. And you'll also have the opportunity to subscribe to my newsletter. So I'll keep you up to date with the latest, most important articles of the week. I don't send all of my show notes anymore. I found that a lot of people just don't open them because it's overwhelming. So I've been lately trying to focus in on one tip in particular. So we'll see how this all goes in the future. And you can always let me know what you think. Just email me, me@craigpeterson.com. I'd love to know, do you prefer to get all of my show notes every week? Or do you prefer what I've been doing lately, which is a deeper dive into one topic? It seems to be pretty popular, but I'm getting about a 40% interaction rate, which is really good on such a large list. I just want to get the message out, is my bottom line. We have these home cameras that we have welcomed into our homes. And one of the ones that's been getting a lot of heat lately is the Ring camera. I don't know if you've seen these things. They've been advertised on television, and it's basically like a little doorbell. You put it out there by your front door or side door, whatever, and it has a doorbell button. It also has a camera and a speaker that's built into it, and a microphone, obviously. So someone comes to the door, rings the doorbell. There's an app that you can have on your phone. So you could be at the beach. You could be at the DMV. Someone comes to your home and hits that button. You can now converse with them and tell them to leave the package or go away or whatever it is you want to do. There have been some problems. One of them that's been rather controversial is that there are a number of police departments that are part of a program with Ring that gives them live, real-time access to all of the Ring doorbells in neighborhoods. And the idea there is the police can patrol the neighborhoods without having to spend money on cameras that might be up on telephone poles, etc. They get their feeds live from people's doorbell cams, these Ring doorbell cams. So that could be considered good, it could be considered bad, just like about almost anything. Now we're seeing that they have been hacked. Yes, indeed. There is a hack that's out there that has been used, and hijackers have been live streaming people's Ring doorbell cameras. Now, where this gets really dangerous and where it has been really dangerous is something called swatting. You probably know about SWAT teams that the police have. And unfortunately, most federal agencies have their own SWAT teams, which just constantly blows my mind. Because why does this little department or that little department need a full SWAT team? It should really be a police department of some sort. But at any rate, the whole idea behind a SWAT team is they have special weapons and tactics that they can use in a situation where there might be a hostage, or maybe there's a report of a bomb or something else that they have to take care of. And thank God these teams exist, and they do drills. They'll do drills in schools. I know my police department does that fairly frequently, and I was involved with some of those when I was a volunteer on the ambulance squad here in town. All makes sense. But what has happened in a number of occasions, and far more than we'd like to talk about, is that there are the bad guys or people who don't like their neighbor and call in hoaxes. Okay? Yeah, exactly. So here's an example in Wichita, Kansas. This happened a couple of years back, where a man had been arrested after allegedly swatting prank lead police to shoot dead 28-year-old man. So this guy, 28 years old, Wichita, Kansas, the police surrounded his home after they received a hoax emergency call from a man claiming to have shot dead his father and taken his family hostage. And this call apparently stemmed from a kind of a battle between two online gamers playing Call of Duty online. The way these games work is you can talk back and forth, you can have teams, and your team members can be from almost anywhere around the world, and you're sitting there with headphones on and talking back and forth. You've got these teams, and in some cases it's just one person against another. And apparently they believe the report was an act of swatting, where somebody makes a false report to a police department that causes the police to respond with a SWAT team. Now, the audio of this emergency call has been made public. A man can be heard telling authorities, this is according to the BBC, that he had shot his father in the head and claimed to have taken his mother and siblings hostage. The caller also said he had a handgun and had poured fuel over the house and wanted to set the property on fire. Sounds like the perfect thing for a SWAT team to come to. Police say they surrounded the address the caller had given and were preparing to make contact with the suspect, reportedly inside, when Mr. Finch came to the door. They said one round was released by the officers after the 28-year-old failed to comply with verbal orders to keep his hands up. Why would he? What had he done wrong? Obviously, the police order you to put your hands up. You probably should put your hands up. And they said he appeared to move his hands toward his waist multiple times, which he probably did. Police say Mr. Finch was later found to be unarmed and was pronounced dead at a local hospital. A search found 4 of his family members inside, none of them dead, injured, nor taken hostage. His family told local media he was not involved in online gaming. Well, you know, gaming's a little different than the Call of Duty and stuff. Gaming typically is gambling. Now we're finding that that hackers are out there who do this swatting maneuver on somebody. And then they have the hacked Ring camera at that house, and they watch the SWAT team respond. Can you believe that? And the FBI is saying that this is the latest twist on the swatting prank, some prank, right? Because victims had reused passwords from other services when setting up their smart devices. How many times do I have to warn about this? And my buddy I was just telling you guys about a couple of weeks ago, he's done that. His revenue, his pay from the work he was doing, delivering food to people's homes, was stolen by a hacker because he was using the same email address to log in and the same password as had been stolen before. Absolutely incredible. Apparently, there's also been reports of security flaws in some products, including the smart doorbells, have allowed hackers to steal network passwords, etc. In one case, in Virginia, police reported hearing the hacker shout, "Help me," after arriving at the home of a person they had thought might be about to kill himself. That's swatting. That's using technology you've brought into your home. It causes death. Many examples of that. And we're still reusing passwords. Give me a break.